Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment as the Baltimore Ravens defeat the LA Chargers 22-10 and inch one step closer to making the playoffs, and now are in pretty good position to win the AFC North. They are now right so close to the Pittsburgh Steelers, only half a game away, and the Pittsburgh Steelers tomorrow travel to New Orleans, where most people are expecting them to lose, where I am expecting them to lose. And after tomorrow, we could be looking at the Baltimore Ravens on top of the AFC North, facing the Cleveland Browns in Baltimore to close out the season. Now, I don't want us to sleep on that Cleveland Browns matchup in Week 17. The Browns are playing well lately. Baker Mayfield is throwing that rock, but you would start to believe that, man, the Ravens might really win the AFC North, and it starts with Lamar Jackson. Now, you all know I am not high on Lamar Jackson. I was not high on Lamar Jackson before the season. I'm not high on him now, but I told you in my draft evaluation for Lamar Jackson, you can absolutely win games with Lamar Jackson. He is absolutely dangerous. He is one of the most, if not potentially the most lethal quarterback in the open field we have ever seen. I mean, he is right there with Michael Vick. He hasn't broken one out yet, like a huge touchdown, but he will. He is ridiculously lethal out in the open field. And when you're running a bunch of run-pass options with this guy, you are going to have success. However, he still has deficiencies throwing the football. And look, I get it. He had a very impressive 68-yard touchdown today to Mark Andrews, and he set a career high of 204 yards in this game. That's a career high, and we're talking after like 5 or 6 games. Really? It took you 5 or 6 games to get 204 passing yards in one game? I mean, is this really going to be a quarterback that consistently moves the ball through the air throughout his career, and can he stay healthy? He ran the ball 13 times today, but I will give him this. It was safe running today. He got down when he needed to, he got out of bounds when he needed to, and we only got 39 rushing yards, so it wasn't that impactful. But my question is, we've seen 2 games this season where he's been knocked out of the game with concussion or an ankle or something or this and that or up and down. Can he sustain an NFL career? I still have my reservations on that, but I will give him this. He made some good throws today. The 68-yard touchdown to Mark Andrews. He hit John Bond over the middle of the field. He hit Michael Crabtree on the right sideline a couple of times. I was decently impressed with Lamar Jackson, but my reservations still remain in terms of his long-term projection. But you could definitely win games with this guy, and you're seeing the Baltimore Ravens able to win games with this guy. Their running game is now open. You see Gus Edwards. Who is this guy? There's always a random running back. You know, you pick him up in fantasy after he does well in a couple weeks, and then he ends up winning you a championship. Like, who is this guy? He's changing fantasy leagues late into the season. This guy is doing well right now. Gus Edwards coming onto the scene. He, Lamar Jackson, Kenneth Dixon got involved today, so the running game in Baltimore, it is alive, it is well. I expect Lamar Jackson to continue to start. I expect the Ravens now to make the playoffs, to win the AFC North, to be honest with you, and we're going to continue to see the success in the run game. But to me, also, the defense deserves a lot of credit, if not more of the credit, especially tonight. I mean, tonight the defense really won the game for the Baltimore Ravens, man. Their defense was on fire. They were clicking on all cylinders, and it started with Patrick Owasso. Okay, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm trying to hit my African roots here. Patrick Owasso. Okay, I think that's how you pronounce it. That's how Mike Tirico was pronouncing it, so that's how I'm going to pronounce it today. This guy's, wow, impactful at inside linebacker, making plays behind the line of scrimmage, diagnosing plays, being disruptive, being good in coverage as well. This guy was making plays. Eric Weddle was doing his thing. Terrell Suggs was getting pressure, and Darius Smith, he has really continued to progress later in his career. He's still pretty young, actually, so he still has a lot of years ahead of him. If you'd like to see that, even Tyus Bowser was getting involved today. The defense for the Ravens is so legit. Tony Jefferson was coming down from the free safety and strong safety positions and coming down and making plays as well. They interchange him and Eric Weddle all the time. But yeah, you saw him making plays. This defense was all over the place, and in this league right now, we're having the debate every week, you know, can defenses still win games? And today the defense won today. I mean, the Ravens defense and the Bears defense, these are 2 defenses, and to me, the only two defenses in the league that can legitimately win you games. Also the Cowboys defense. The Cowboys, the Ravens, and the Bears defense, those are three defenses that can legitimately win you games, right? They can legitimately take a game, shut down the other team, even on the road, and go win you a football game. But the problem is, can you do that 3 or 4 times in the playoffs? You can do it once or twice. Like we saw the Eagles last year had a great defense, and they shut down the Atlanta Falcons, and they shut down the Minnesota Vikings, but when they went to the Super Bowl, all of a sudden the Patriots put up 33 on them. Like there's going to be 1 or 2 games in the playoffs where your defense is not going to play well. The offenses in the NFL right now are way too potent. Eventually your defense will crack. The question is, on that day, can your offense then step up to the plate and put up enough points in order to win the game? But you're going to get 1 or 2 shutouts, or not shutouts, but you're going to get 1 or 2 good performances from your defense in the playoffs. Can your offense step up when they need to, though? That's the question for the Ravens, the Cowboys, and for the Chicago Bears. But today, the Ravens defense did a great job. And for the LA Chargers, disappointing. And you still have a chance to win the AFC West, but no one's betting on that because it's going to require the Chiefs to lose in Seattle tomorrow, which they certainly could. I don't have it, but I'll give you it's about a 50-50 game. I just like the Chiefs to win that game. But they need them to lose that and also to lose their Week 17 game. And I'm not sure who it's against. I believe it's the Denver Broncos, either Broncos or Ravens, or either Broncos or Raiders, but I'm not betting on that. I think the Chiefs will easily win Week 17. If they don't win Week 16, and they will be the #1 seed in the AFC West. So for all intents and purposes, the Chargers lost the #1 seed, lost the chance to win the #1 seed in the AFC West today. Although, again, I didn't think they were going to win it anyway. I had the Chiefs winning tomorrow and winning Week 17 anyway, but now you need the Chiefs to lose both games, and I don't see that happening. And really just unfortunate, man. They just seized up today. And I really have to start with Antonio Gates, man. I mean, I hate focusing on one play, but dude, your team has a chance to go down the field and win the game, get a game-winning touchdown, and he fumbles. The veteran Antonio Gates. Are you kidding me, dog? The veteran. Okay, I mean, I just can't believe it, man. This guy's been in the league for how many years? I mean, this guy was sitting on his couch. Well, not even sitting on his couch. He was probably sitting in Cancun, in Timbuktu, in Barbados, okay, enjoying, you know, some margaritas on the beach in retirement. They caught him up. They said, please, Hunter Henry's injured, despite what Stephen A. Smith might believe. Hunter Henry's injured. We need your help, please. Right? So he got on the plane. He came to San Diego. They said, oh, wait, bro, sorry, we forgot to tell you we're in L.A. He said, whoops, my bad. He got on the bus to L.A. and he showed up to the facility. And what did he do today? He fumbled the ball. He fumbled the ball, and he essentially fumbled away the Chargers' chances of winning the AFC West, of becoming the #1 seed in the AFC. And it's just ridiculous to me. So it starts with him. And then it moves to the offensive line for the LA Chargers. And the penalties that they continue to get today, again and again and again and again. And the sacks that they allowed today. They allowed 4 sacks today. And the interior for this offensive line is so porous for the Chargers. Dan Feeney stinks. I don't know why Mike Pouncey made the Pro Bowl. He does not deserve to make the Pro Bowl at this point in his career. He had been a Pro Bowl center, not this season. I don't know. I guess there were just a bunch of Charger fans this season that were voting for him. He did not have a Pro Bowl season. You have Michael Schofield at right guard. He's not good. And Sam Tevy, the right tackle, after you guys released Joe Barksdale, who was disappointing. None of these 4 players are good to me. Mike Pouncey is okay, but the rest of the 3 are bad. Forrest Lamp is a ghost. Is he still on the roster? Where the hell is this guy? Dan Feeney and Forrest Lamp. Look, Tom Telesco has done a very good job drafting for the LA Chargers. Dan Feeney and Forrest Lamp's 2 horrible draft picks at this point. Dan Feeney is not a good player. So they were getting holding penalties. Russell Okung has been good this season, but he had 2 holding penalties. You saw Keenan Allen have an illegal shift, yelling at the referee. Tyrell Williams had a block in the back. And I'm telling you, each and every single one of these penalties, if they were not called, would have resulted in a first down. They were all on essential plays, key plays to help the Chargers move down the field and win the game. And you have to watch the game to notice this. That was the story of the game. Okay, I don't want to hear anyone saying that Philip Rivers had a bad game. If you want to box score scout and say, look at this, 23 of 37, 181 yards, 0 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Philip Rivers, he had a bad game. Your box score scouting, you did not watch the game. His first interception, was not horrible. He threw it up. First throw of the game, whatever. Should he have thrown it? Probably not, but it's not killer. Second one, just last-ditch effort. I don't want to hear about the interceptions. He played a good game to me. I would honestly give him like a B- performance, but the offensive line let him down. Interior blocking was horrible. Penalties everywhere. Wide receivers not doing their job. Keenan Allen was not physical enough to me, and that's it. Defensively, they had the huge, absolute, miscommunication on the Mark Andrews touchdown. Jaleel Adai was not in good position. I don't know where Derwin James was. Perhaps he was called to be near the line of scrimmage, but he was in the right position. And Adrian Phillips did not have good coverage on Mark Andrews, and then there he goes for the touchdown. So those are the essential plays for the Chargers today. And as a result, they're going to finish the season 12-4, most likely, unless they lose the last week. And real quick, let me check to see who the Chargers are facing and who the Chiefs are facing. So the Chargers are facing the Broncos. They're traveling to Denver, facing the Denver Broncos, and the Chiefs will be facing the Raiders. And let's see where that game is. That game will be in Kansas City, because I remember now they faced the Raiders in Oakland just a couple of weeks ago. So the Chiefs are going to win this game against Oakland in Kansas City. Like, just forget about it. And you guys might lose that game in Denver, by the way, man. I'm not going to say that's 100%. I mean, I'll pick you guys to win, but that's only 65%. I'm not going to say that's 100%. I'm not going to say that's 80%. So AFC West, bye-bye. Now, with that said, the Chargers can still go and win the Super Bowl. People, this is just fascinating. Does anyone want to win the Super Bowl? I mean, no one wants to win the Super Bowl this year. The hottest teams in the league are the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts, and maybe even the Tennessee Titans, who are now winners of 4 straight games. I mean, this is just incredible. I mean, who are you going to bet on? Are you going to bet on the LA Chargers after they stuck it up at home today? Are you going to bet on the Steelers right now? No. Patriots, no. Chiefs, I mean, sure, but they've lost recently. Are you going to lose tomorrow night? Possibly. I mean, the AFC's a wild card. The Saints disappointed this week, although they won. They disappointed last week. I mean, this is just interesting. I can't wait to make my playoff predictions. I can't wait to see what happens. And again, this is why I want my favorite team, the Tennessee Titans, to just get in. Because if there was ever a year where a 5th or 6th seed could go and win the Super Bowl, it is this year. There are no powerhouses in the NFL right now. There are some damn good teams, but no powerhouses, no unbeatable teams. Everyone has weaknesses, and everyone is liable to choke at any given moment. You want to make the playoffs, you want to figure out what's going to happen. And right now, if you're a Ravens fan, you have to like your chances. Because although, again, I don't believe Lamar Jackson is going to have a very sustainable career, hey, it's his rookie year. He's healthy right now. Now's as good a chance as any. I mean, maybe Lamar Jackson could continue to run his way to the Super Bowl. I mean, hey, is this team much worse than the 2012 Baltimore Ravens? I don't think so. I think this defense is better than that defense was. And right now, this offense is playing a little worse, but hey, they could turn it on in the playoffs in terms of the passing game, and then who knows? So I can't wait to see what happens in these playoffs. It's going to be very interesting, very exciting. But as for tonight, the Baltimore Ravens got it done, 22-10. All props to them. Melvin Gordon looked good in his return, but unfortunately, the Chargers were not able to do enough. Man, what is going to happen in January and February? I can't wait to see. Until next time, this has been MJ of Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out. See you all later.